Have you ever tried to stay up super late? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today in this combination action song / counting game called Staying Up Till Midnight. The story of the song is this. You're trying your absolute hardest to stay up until midnight, which is another way of saying 12 o'clock. So in the song, there are different moves you're going to do to try to keep yourself awake. Before we talk about those moves, let's first listen to the song. The song sounds like this. See if you can hear the action words in it. I wanna stay up till midnight, so I'm spinning and dancing around. I'm gonna keep myself awake by jumping up and down. But I stretch and I yawn as the clock ticks on. Can you count the chimes and help me tell the time? Did you hear them? Let's break it down. For the first 8 beats of the song, we are going to put our hands on our hips and we're going to bounce from side to side like this, keeping your feet glued to the floor. It looks like this. I wanna stay up till midnight. Let's try it together. I wanna stay up till midnight. After that, you'll hear 3 action words: spinning, dancing, and jumping. When you hear those words, you do the actions. Here's what it looks like. So I'm spinning and dancing around. I'm gonna keep myself awake by jumping up and down. Your dancing does not have to look like my dancing. It can be whatever you want. Let's try that together, starting with spinning. So I'm spinning and dancing around. I'm gonna keep myself awake by jumping up and down. Let's start from the beginning and try it all together. We start with our hands on our hips and we sway from side to side. Ready, and. I wanna stay up till midnight, so I'm spinning and dancing around. I'm gonna keep myself awake by jumping up and down. As the song goes on, it gets later and later, so you start getting tired and you stretch and yawn. So those are the next 2 action words you'll hear. It looks and sounds like this. But I stretch and I yawn as the clock ticks on. First you'll stretch and then you'll cover your mouth like you're covering up a yawn. Let's try it together. But I stretch and I yawn as the clock ticks on. Great job. At this point of the song, we are going to sit down so we can really focus and listen for what time it is. It looks and sounds like this. Can you count the chimes and help me tell the time? First, you'll sit down and then you'll hold your hand to your ear because you really want to pay attention and listen to see how many chimes you can count. Let's try that part together. Can you count the chimes and help me tell the time? Let's put those last few parts together, starting with stretching. Ready? So I stretch and I yawn as the clock ticks on. Can you count the chimes and help me tell the time? Let's start all the way back at the beginning of the song and perform it up to that point, starting with your hands on your hips, swaying from side to side. I wanna stay up till midnight, so I'm spinning and dancing around. I'm gonna keep myself awake by jumping up and down. But I stretch and I yawn as the clock ticks on. Can you count the chimes and help me tell the time? Gary, how'd I do? Was it awesome? Here is where the song turns from an action song to a counting game. On a clock, there are 12 numbers. Let's count them together now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You are going to listen to how many chimes you hear, and however many you hear is what time it is. So for example, if you hear 2 chimes during this part in the song, then it's 2 o'clock. If you hear 7 chimes, then it's 7 o'clock. Make sure you listen and count very carefully so you know what time it is. Remember that the smallest number of chime rings that you'll hear is 1, since 1 is the lowest number on a clock, and at most you'll hear 12, since 12 is the highest number on a clock. Let's try one round together from the very beginning to the very end so you can see how a complete round works, starting with our hands on our hips. I wanna stay up till midnight, so I'm spinning and dancing around. I'm gonna keep myself awake by jumping up and down. But I stretch and I yawn as the clock ticks on. Can you count the chimes and help me tell the time? How many did you hear? That's right, 3. So that means it's 3 o'clock. Make sure to check out all the different versions of Staying Up Till Midnight on my YouTube channel. I even have one that ends as soon as I put my hand to my ear in case in your classroom or with your friends someone has a chime instrument and you can make the chime sounds on your own. Enjoy playing Staying Up Till Midnight. And remember, sleep is super important, so don't make it a habit to stay up late. See you next time.